Welcome back to Strings and Pucks. This is Jeremy Laura, the stuttering guitarist. I've got another prototype for you today. We're revisiting the Mahogany body cross prototype. This video is going to be a little bit different. I recorded everything yesterday, but when I went to go into the edit, none of the dialogue transferred. Something went wrong with that microphone. That's why I've got my Shure 55 for today, just to kind of do the run through, and then you'll see the clips from yesterday of the playing, because that did come through. So this is very special to me. Obviously, Mahogany body. I tried out a different cutout. I sent a picture of a Celtic cross to the CNC worker, and he put it in the programming. And this was an idea I'd had for custom F-holes in this run. Obviously never really came to fruition, but I got this one made. And this is something I knew would become a personal guitar. I was a worship director for 15 years, and if I have the chance again to play with a worship team, this is the guitar I've got lined up. The electronics shop in Vegas also came up with some LEDs for the F-hole. You can see that kind of go. If I do those again, I'm going to make sure that you have the option just to stay on one color. It's very cool, but it's a little bit distracting, so I wouldn't do it while I'm playing, but it still looks cool on a dark stage. So a few subtle differences and some major differences. First, obviously the body shape is the same. You've got kind of that comfort contour here. You've got the lower bout there. You have the vintage style 21 fret neck with the beak headstock, but it is a square telly pocket on there. I just like the way those necks meet with the body. It also feels, especially when you're playing acoustically, that there's just a louder and different kind of resonance with those square pockets. But anyway, just something I really enjoy. You got the skunk stripe on the neck. You got the split post vintage tuners. It's a satin finish with the vintage tint in it. Maple fretboard on top of maple neck. Little thicker profile than the final version. Apart from the body wood, the electronics are the big deal. So I'd contacted Porter Pickups because they had humbucker sized wide range pickups. So you could use them in a standard bout. And I wanted a guitar where everything was hum canceling. So instead of a P90 in the middle, you have a miniature wide range humbucker, neck, middle bridge with a 5-way switch, plus the blend knob. So you get these two pickups together and then all three together. So you get the 7 different pickup configurations, and really versatile. But what I noticed in these pickups, they're more trebly, they cut through differently. Even though they're hum canceling, it's much closer to a single coil sound. The open face, where you can see kind of the black material, they'd been doing that as an option for the regular size humbuckers, but not on the Mini. So they did an open face for me. These were matched at the factory before they were sent over. And of course, later on, we ended up using those hand-wound pickups from Vegas in the standard run. But these, I actually sent a set of the humbuckers out to Ted. I can't wait to hear what those sound like when he uses them. I absolutely love them. Just a different clarity and punch, but you still get that hum canceling. So this guitar, personally, obviously with the cross, the mahogany body, and the pickups, there's this odd mixture of a different type of warmth, but more snap in the pickups. because they're closer to a single coil. I really do love this prototype, and each time I see it, I think about it, possible opportunities again to play with a church, to do those things, but completely different resonance, especially when you're unplugged. You hear the wood differently, and I know that's a big debate on electronics, on especially a thinner chambered or solid body guitar, that does the wood make a whole lot of difference. I can tell you, especially acoustically, it does, and whatever your guitar is doing acoustically will translate through in playing electrically, but again, it's so much of it is still going to be your playing, your style, the pickups and the amplifier that you're using, and whatever effects. So before I get into the playing, I just want to say thank you to everyone who's tuned in. I've really enjoyed these, and next week I'll do a full walkthrough of the final version of the Stallion. I look forward to it, and I hope you guys really enjoy it. So here's the playing, and I'll talk to you soon.